Hey guys, I think I'm live. I don't know. We're going live with this new Facebook. Um, I don't even know what it's called because it just kind of made it all weird. So, live video producer or something to that effect. Um, so that is what I'm on right now, and I have no freaking idea what I'm doing. But we're gonna see how it works. So if you pop on, like I can't even tell if anyone's watching or oh, hold on. Oh my gosh, this is the weirdest thing ever. Okay. I don't know. I can't tell if people are on or if they're not. So if you're here, please send me a comment that you're here and you can see me. Um, so I just wanted to jump on today because I haven't really been on, right? Like a couple weeks I haven't gone live. And I'll tell you why. Because probably like a lot of you, things have been overwhelming, right? So many feelings, like so much stuff going on. Um, just your mind trying to wrap itself around everything that's happening right now. Like it's very confusing. I would say that most of us have never been through anything quite like this. I mean, we've been through some tragedies, we've been through, some things that we've all had to overcome as a world, as a nation, as a, state, town, home, family, friends. We've all had those things. Um, but this is big, right? Like, this is big. So I had to wrap my head around what the hell was going on. And a lot of feelings came up for me. And I was tired. I was exhausted. I was just like, what? Like, I just want my blanket and Netflix and like a whole entire tub of ice cream. And I don't want to show my face right now. Like, that's kind of how I felt. So if you felt that way at all in the last few weeks, you're not alone. We are, there are definitely more of us that are feeling that way. I feel much better now. Um, the beginning of the week, I actually, got up and was like, oh, like, kind of feel like myself today. Like, I have some motivation and I'm ready to go. And I eased myself back into it. Like, there is no wrong or right now. There is how you feel and how you move through those feelings at your own pace. If you don't want to work on your business today, it's okay. If you're boring full steam ahead, that's okay too. But just try to think about how you're feeling. Like, don't push the feelings down. Don't ignore what's going on because that's not going to serve you later on. And that's kind of a little bit about what I want to talk about today. So, what will our new normal look like? Because, this will end. It's feels like it's already been dragging on forever because our whole lives have been turned upside down and things that we normally do or normally go are not happening right now, right? And we all kind of feel like we're stuck in our houses or, whatever it is. And we're all doing our part by doing that, which is awesome. And I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of me. Like, I put shoes on the other day to go to the grocery store for like the first time in 2 weeks. I was like, oh, this is what my sneakers feel like. Like, it's definitely strange. Like, there are a lot of strange feelings, strange things that are happening right now, and it's all cool. Like, we're all in this together. We will get through this. I am here for you. We are all here for each other. So But I do want to talk a little bit tonight about what this new normal will look like or could look like for you, and some ways that you can navigate through what's going on with your feelings in your mind, things like that. So I feel like we're being upgraded right now. This slowdown time has really put things into, perspective. We're gaining new perspectives, and we're also creating new priorities, maybe realizing that the priorities that we had before were not really what our priorities should be, or, that we think that maybe we could change them, right? So just remember that when you're moving through all these feelings, because there's going to be, and I'm sure you've had them already, all these feelings coming up in your business, in your personal life, all of these things. So we just have to remember that even if you have been on the personal development path for a while and you thought that you had worked through, a lot of old beliefs, feelings, ways of thinking, ways of being, some of that stuff might come up now because you've slowed down. Everything has slowed down, and your mind actually has time to move around and not focus on a whole bunch of things, and has time. You have time to think, right? So if all of these things are coming up and some of them you're like, what the frick? Like, I thought I worked through that. I thought I worked through that before. I don't understand why this is coming up now. Let's stop and think about those feelings. Like, if they're coming up now, then they were already there before. So whatever work you did on them before, awesome. Like, that's great. Let's do a little bit more, because whatever it is didn't quite negate that old belief. And I think the biggest thing now is, like, when those feelings do come up, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to keep believing them, or are you going to, do that more personal development and work through them and heal them and not stuff them down again? Because part of you did stuff those down before if they're still coming up now. So, in this new normal where a new version of you is required and where you're stepping up in a bigger way, that old stuff isn't going to serve you anymore. So how, what is this time telling you right now? What do you need to work through? What were you prioritizing before that wasn't really important? For me, it was staying busy. And what happens when we focus on something? It grows, right? You've probably heard me say that a bazillion times before. What we focus on grows. So if we were focusing on staying busy because we feel like if we're not busy, we're not being productive, and it turns into the cycle where that's what you're thinking. You think that you have to stay busy to be productive. And the busier you get, the more things you find to do, and the more work you need to get done, and then it's not fun anymore, right? You've been in this cycle of this ridiculous circle of, oh my God, I'm busy. Oh my gosh, there's more work to do. Oh my gosh, like, now there's more and more and more, because you feel like you need to be busy to be productive. So that's not why you started your business, right? That's not why you're living your life. That's not why you're here on earth, to be busy, right? At least I know for me, that's not the experience that I want to have here, is to completely be busy all the time, because that sucks. Like, I want to go do stuff. I want to have fun. I want to feel freedom. I want to feel security. I want to feel all kinds of things and do all kinds of things and be all kinds of things. And I can't do any of those things if I'm busy, right? And neither can you. So regardless if it was the busy that was your priority before, or it was something else, let's think about what it was and the circle that you were in that probably wasn't serving you then and definitely isn't going to serve you now. So how do we create our new story effectively from the inside out? Because really that's where it starts, right? Our story comes from inside, not from our circumstances, not from our situations, not from somebody else, not from, anything outside of us. It comes from inside. So here's a little exercise that I want you to do. I want you to imagine 2 canvases in your mind. One is a completely blank canvas. And the paintbrush for that canvas is your thoughts, and it paints your emotions. And together with your imagination and attention, you can paint whatever you want on that canvas. So let everything else go in your mind, let it all go, and think about what you would paint on that canvas for this next level of you that is going to show up now after this upgrade, or during this upgrade, or right this second. And then the other canvas is already full. It's full of paint. It's full of paint from your past. It has your fears painted on it. It has your predictions painted on it. And when I say predictions, I mean things like, if I do this, this will happen. Or I have done this so many times and this has happened, so it's going to happen again. Like those thoughts that don't, and beliefs that are not going to move you forward. So what happens, like, why am I saying, okay, we have this canvas? Well, because we're human, and we normally would try to paint over that second canvas with all of the new stuff that we want, right? Our new story, our new beliefs, our new things are all, we're trying to paint over a canvas that's already been painted on. And why do we do that? Probably a couple of reasons. Because we don't realize that you can have a blank canvas, or that you do have a blank canvas. Not even that you can, that you do. That you have a blank canvas already. So we don't even know it's there. It's like in our mind, it's like in the closet collecting cobwebs or whatever. And we don't even realize that we can pull it out and use it. Another reason might be that, creating a brand new painting scares the living shit out of us. What do you mean I got to start from scratch? What do I paint? What colors do I use? What paintbrush do I use? Like, we're asking ourselves a bazillion questions that don't fucking matter, right? They don't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of paint you use or what paintbrush you use. What matters is what you want on that canvas. That's what matters. It doesn't matter if you're using pencil, if you're finger painting. It doesn't matter. And the other reason is that it probably feels like a lot of work. A whole new painting? Really, Janessa? Yeah, a whole new painting. And let me tell you why. So when we paint over our old canvas, eventually what's underneath the paint that we just put on there is going to come through. The paint is not going to stick to the other paint like it would a canvas, and it's going to crumble off. And then all of those things that we painted over are now going to come back to the surface. So we were trying to cover it all up, but it didn't work because we still had all that stuff stuffed into the canvas under all the other paint. So in reality, though, we really only have one canvas, and it's blank all the time, because our future is uncertain and anything is possible 100% of the time. So that blank canvas, it really just all depends on what you paint on it at any given moment, right? So I am not the same person I was when I started this live. I painted a picture every step of the way right through this live video so that I could bring it to you, right? Every single second, we're painting our picture on a blank canvas. You have to believe that you are painting that picture on a blank canvas so that everything that you are painting, like it's like a new canvas every second, right? Like you're ditching the old canvas, new canvas, ditching the old one, new one, right? And you're probably going, yeah, Janessa, like way easier said than done. And, you know, there's going to be some work. There's going to be some work that you need to do. And I'm, you know, will not lie about that. Like you don't just picture a canvas in your head and be like, okay, yep, right, done. Like I get that it does not happen that way. And that most of our limiting beliefs and, you know, beliefs that we have, period, our core things that we operate from every day, we've carried those for years, since we were younger than we have memories for. So to dig to those is scary. Like maybe you don't even want to know. But if you're going to move forward and you're going to move forward with a blank canvas, you need to know. It will improve your life tremendously to just get to the bottom of the things that are holding you back, that aren't serving you any longer. To dig a little deeper does take some work. And it takes you to be open and ready to get there. You have to be ready to get there. But as we all upgrade, as we all take this time to go through the feelings that we're having, there are no wrong feelings. I just want everyone to know that this will end, that we will all be okay. We're going to get through this. I know that it's, you know, not the optimal situation that we're in right now, but what are we going to do with the time that we do have right now? And how are we going to come out on the other side? So I hope that this helped you. And I thank you for being patient with me as well, so that I could take the time for myself and show up for you in a better place. Because I would not have wanted to show up for you in the last 2 weeks because my head wasn't right and I needed to work through my own feelings. So if you need help working through the feelings that you're having now, please reach out. I'm here always for you. Nobody should be suffering alone, especially. If you want to send me a private message, I would love that. If you want to comment here, I would love that. If you would like to join the mindset support group that I have starting next week, there is a link in the group if you're in the group, and there's also a link on my business page for it. and they are both tagged right to the top. So take a deep breath. Know that you're going to be okay. Know that you're going to get through this. And when you do get through this, you're going to be different. And that's okay. It's great, actually. You're going to show up in a bigger way. You're going to step into a version of yourself that you didn't realize you even had. But you're gonna. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video.